Okay, it updated. Resume, load. I apparently somehow have 0 reputation. What the? Well, let's just shut Discord off. There. You can't have pop-ups when Discord isn't running. Alrighty, so mission control. Test this over Kerbal. Gets me 2 science. $4,000 to $10,000. Okay, this shouldn't be too hard. This shouldn't be too hard. Throw this out there. Grab a fuel tank. Grab this engine. Let's grab 2 fuel tanks. Just in case. Throw this engine on. Parachute on top. 2 drogue chutes. And let's go. Let's just get this done. There may not be all that much space in this, but hey, there might be some space. Okay. And we bring this up so we know what the status is. This should be able to get me to 4,000. Maybe not at all. Okay. Woo! And done. And I managed to do it without blowing anything up. Good. Good, 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 good. Now we just speed this up. Got that done, which gets me some money, gets me some reputation stuff. Wow, the speed got kind of going there. That was mildly scary. Okay, that'll slow it down. Trigger the other parachute. There we go. Nine meters a second. Don't blow up the launch pad. We're not landing on the launch pad. Good. Good, 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 good. Come down and we land. Not too much further left, which is good. Oof, the engine blew up. Oh well. Figured something would blow up. Might as well be the engine. Whoop-a-dee-doo. Okay, done. So that got me... We got 15.9 science. We need 18 for more of that. We have that. What are you? Small pressurized tank. Don't need you. Supply container. Don't really need you. Heat shield. Don't really need the heat shields. Don't need the service bay, really. We kind of need our batteries, which will be under basic science. I guess this is supposed to be a configurable unmanned experience. So this is a probe, basically. Okay, cool. Downside. There's no solar panels in this bunch. And the lack of science that we can get is a bit of an issue at the moment. So mission control. Test the heat shield. Well landed. Test the other heat shield. Well landed. And these guys want to go to space. Suborbital, suborbital. I thought I did this. In flight, in flight, in flight. Active? Can I really only have... I can only have 2 at a time. Beautiful. Am I not getting any reputation or anything? That's mildly annoying. I'm not getting any reputation for anything, it seems like. Take you... Aerodynamics... Thermal. Heat shield. Plop that there. Heat shield. Plop that there. Launch. And we just stay parked. Run the test. Done. Run the test. Done. Let's jettison that. A little bit worried it was going to drop back and kill the stupid thing. Recover vessel. Okay. Oh, we've got 15 reputation now. Good. That gets me 17.9 science. 0.1 short of what I need. Cross the radiation belt. In flight, in flight. Booster added. Okay, so we'll do that one because it's easy. There's a flea booster if they wanted tested. So we grab the engines, grab the flea booster, take that off, take that off. Utility, fuel thrust limiter basically 0. Plus, drop that right there. Kerbal launch site. How low can I get that to go? 1? I get it to go to 0.5? There we go, 1. Let's do it. We got the needed parachutes, so let's go. It should provide like 0 boost. Yep, and it does. I can't change the thrust limiter during the flight. That's hilarious. But what I can do is now recover the vessel because we're still parked with the engine running. And that is how you do that easy test. I can upgrade that, but I don't believe I need to do an orbit of Kerbal. Oh, these things expire in days. Well, not you. A high G adventure. Get... What? Okay. That's a way of doing it. Can I decline these? Yeah, decline loses reputation. That is annoying. Oh well, so orbit Kerbal. How do we want to do this? Oh, it's just in the science. What do we got for science? We can do stability, which isn't really a hugely important thing, or we can can't do general rocketry. We don't have what we need for that. Oh, I don't have the thumper anymore. Balls. And I could get radial decouplers. We do have those. Problem is, we have a limited amount of parts. Oh, we don't. 30 parts supported from the assembly building. 18 tons on the launch pad. Let's see how much we can cram onto a ship with 18 tons. Take that off. We have this, which would be very good. Science, science, science. We're going to grab a thermometer, which will be dumped on the outside. Everything else is too expensive in terms of energy used. Coupling. Throw a decoupler on. I'm nervous about a thing. So we're going to go down to utility. Thermal. I don't actually own these parts. Guess we'll buy that. Just in case. And then we'll drop that on there. Gets me that. We have these things. So we got our drogue chutes, which are good. This will require some fuel tanks. And we'll throw this engine on. That gets me 688. And we got 1/3 of our 30 parts and 14 tons left. We just have to orbit. Okay. We do have that. Oh, what I need is the decoupler there. That gets me 624 on that stage. And then we need another decoupler. What is my weight? Another decoupler. A solid fuel booster there. And let's triple this engine up. We're too heavy. So what happens if I take these off? Still too heavy. We have the parts. We're just too heavy. Now I could update the launch pad. How heavy is this thing? Quite heavy. Okay, so that didn't really help. What happens if I take that off, take that, instead of using that, I use one of these, plop that on, and then plop this on. Oh, you're kidding me. Like half a ton too heavy. I can reduce the amount of solid fuel in this, which gets me to enough. I'm not 100% convinced that's actually enough to orbit, which could be the problem. How much is this even costing me anyway? It doesn't actually... Oh, there it is. 7,185. Do I want to try to do the orbit with this? Someone did it with 2,000. $3,200 to 3,000, but the problem is I'm probably not going to be able to return with that, because what we have is really not remotely near enough. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to just new everything, don't save, we're going to leave, and we're going to upgrade the launch pad because gotta. So that's now upgraded, which will be helpful. Command pod. Thermal. Get that thing, and then utility. Grab the parachute. Grab this, like so. I will grab one science thing. One science thing, thank you. And now our limitation is the number of parts we can have, because Launchpad no longer matters functionally. A decoupler. Grab you, plop you there. I think I'll get 1, 2, 3. With an engine. We'll use you. instead of using the solid boosters, what we'll do is another coupling, some fuel tanks, four with another engine at 600. And then we'll grab we might be reaching our point limit, coupler. And we're going to use this engine. And 4 other engines strapped to it. Am I sure it's going to work? Not excessively. No. This should work. This should work. Do I think I can save these? Not really. Do I have the parts to do it? No, I don't have the parts. Utility. Nope. Those go there. I'm going to try to recover these. There's no guarantee it'll work. In fact, I highly doubt it will work. What I think I'll do, though, is I think I will add another fuel tank up here, like that. What are you doing up there? You go back to there. You go there. You guys come down here like you're supposed to be. And you go off with that. Okay, so that's 1200 now. That's 616, and that's 1100. Nope. You want first orbiter? That's a terrible name. Orbiter 1. Save. And so we give it a try. Launch. Largest rocket thus far. We have those parachutes on top as required. I'm going to put you guys down there so this thing doesn't accidentally get blown off. I kind of want you to activate at the same time as that. And here we go. T, full throttle, and off we go. I could probably have reduced the throttle of those things a little bit. Boy, did we get going. Hope those did. Nope, they got destroyed. Oh no. We now have a new problem. Because for some reason... Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought that got destroyed, but it didn't. So now I just wasted fuel. I have now wasted a lot of fuel. Whoops. Oh boy. Let's look at our map. We appear to be doing all right. We have how much thrust left? It's not terrible. Could have used more burning sideways instead of going quite as high as we did. Gotta keep an eye on what's left of the Delta V. I'm not 100% convinced that we're good, mostly because I screwed everything up. As long as we don't actually die, I suppose. And we need to be sure that we actually have enough to get back down. So I'll burn until we have 100 left. And our situation is not enough. Oh well. We can take a temperature reading. And we can take a crew report. And what we need, well, we know the parachutes won't do anything. That's good to know. So we'll just take them off and add a little bit more to the rocket boosters and stuff so we can actually get into space. Maybe add another 4 solid-state boosters, reduce the throttle to 50%, and use those to get us through a large chunk of the atmosphere. We're back going into the atmosphere again. Taking temperature scans. I'm going to spin this around, and we're going to use the last bit of fuel we have. There we go, that'll slow us down, and we'll kick that off. And now we just re-enter. Well, taking... oh, not enough storage. Insufficient storage. So we have a little bit of science for our attempt, which is good. Could be significantly worse. Keep the heat shield in place. And the aberrator's going down as expected. I think this will be Jeb's second and only second suborbital flight. This other thing's already burned up. And it's not showing the temperature of this. Oh, nope, that's still out there, and it has not burned up. It is going to shockingly crash into the ground. Okay, so the difficulty settings I've made it so it's basically impossible to recover parts. Go me. We want to pull those. Good, good, good. Everything is going according to plan. I'll manually do this with the deploy parachute. Deploy it at that altitude. We are doing good. Deploy that chute. Very good. Everything is deployed correctly. We shall jettison the heat shield. Or not. And apparently the heat shield wants to come with us. There it goes. And how far above the water are we? Everything deployed at once. This is going to be a long descent. And any moment now. Boof. It is gone. So we'll land out here. We have no data, no signal, not connected. Jeb is all alone as we have a very, very long landing. So hooray. Well, even at max speed, this is long. So what I should probably do, though, considering the fact that I'm getting 0 viewers on YouTube, is do both YouTube and Twitch at the same time, seeing as now the internet here where I am will support that. And then we'll just see which one's busier. Insufficient storage, insufficient storage. So we'll get a little bit of science out of this. Jeb is just sitting there in the spacecraft, not doing a hell of a lot. Okay. And touchdown. Very good. Recover. And we failed. Failed, 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 failed. A little bit of science. So we got 21 science, which has an added bonus of allowing me to research general rocketry, which allows me to get the Thumper, solid fuel booster, and the Reliant liquid fuel engine, and bigger fuel tanks. And none of them are particularly expensive. So purchase all those parts, and we are now officially kind of low. We're lower than I would like on money. Put it that way. Okay, so we're going to redesign Orbiter 1. That entire section go away. This comes over here. Take off those fuel tanks. That fuel tank now, which still gives us 955 meters a second of delta V with that stage. We're going to grab 2 of these fuel tanks, and we're going to use, I think, the Reliant. Let's gives us 728. What if I use 3? Where'd the engine go? There's the engine. So that gives me 1,010. And then we're going to grab a coupling. And we're going to grab these boosters, which we're going to use instead. And we're going to use 2 more of them. And you're all going to be throttled down to about 50. Because that right there should still do it. We are very good with weight. That is just about what we need, but instead of that, I'm going to take this tank off and we're going to put this tank on, plop that there. This new thing, we're going to limit the boost of all these to 40 from 50. Okay, so this could be good, this could be bad. I suppose we'll find out. We don't have a way to decouple the outside ones. Do we have any aerodynamics? Why is it suddenly not doing it? Okay, fine. Double. Oh. Yeah, that wasn't useful. It's only doing it on that one part. There, that should help. Orbiter 1. Save. We have a total of 3,539 meters a second of delta V, which should now really be more than enough. Orbiter 1, launched. And at 40%, we shouldn't just go accelerating too fast through everything. SAS is on. Jebediah. Make sure we didn't screw something up. Decoupler, decoupler, decoupler. You're in the wrong spot. You go there. So we almost did screw up, but we saved it. Okay. And off we go, very slowly. But these are all at 40% boost, so that's actually kind of intentional. As we're going to slowly accelerate away. The idea is I don't want to get everything going too fast and burn everything up as we go up. Fix this again. Like that. There we go. Oh. You must still be at 50. Yep, those are still at 50. Well, that one in the middle is still at 50. Slowly tip over. Fins will probably make it a little bit difficult to do that with this stage. This is getting her speed up though. 300 meters a second. We've worked our way through the lower atmosphere. Center booster's going to go shut down. The radial ones will continue going for a little bit. And they'll shut down in a moment. At which point... There. Get rid of that stage. Current situation is an altitude of 70. So now we're going to start to tip over. So we can push that thing out some more. Perhaps a little bit too far. Gonna wait a little bit, that'll bring us back down. Because the way I had that thing set up, I couldn't like tilt over far enough. My spacecraft always tend to go a bit too high for an efficient orbit. But oh well. We can fix that soon enough, although we are going to make it this time. I believe we'll make it this time. $91,000 meters. Okay, so that engine has petered out. Should be able to do it now. We're going to wait till we get to the apoapsis here. Bring this up because I want to keep an eye on the fuel. Yeah, we're quite close to doing this. We're basically on the verge. Which is good. Good. Orbiter 1 should achieve its mission. Just keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on the fuel supply. Don't want to get too low so we can't get back down. Have we done it? We have done it. And we have another 345 meters a second left to work with. Which means we get another world first. Entered orbit. Which is free money. We've achieved our goal, which was to orbit Kerbal. So now we're back up to almost 100,000. We have 10 science. And we're going to do a full orbit and come back around the Kerbal Space Center before we do our deorbit burn. Don't know why it suddenly slowed down. Which reminds me. You start doing your temperature scan, and you start doing your crew report. Stop scrubbing, stop running that. Waiting. Why are you waiting? Scan. Don't wait. Do it. Do it! we've got a communication link there, and it will be broken momentarily. Ah, it keeps doing that. So every time we lose contact, it's like time to slow down. That's good. That'll be kind of annoying, because boop. And we come around. And then we have contact there as the Space Center can track our progress in orbit. Let's see. Oh, cool. I didn't know I could do that. But now I can see the interior. That is a way of doing it. Let's shut that off. Is there a life support interface right here? There is. Enough water. We've used up a little bit of oxygen, but not a huge amount. What we don't have is a lot of electrical charge. Insufficient storage, so we've run out of that. Which isn't a huge surprise. What are you communicating with? The Space Center's right below you. Oh, there's the desert launch site. Okay. Yeah, lose connection there. The electric charge issue concerns me. I kind of want to land in daylight. Gotta be careful that we actually have enough electric charge to do so. So now we just spin around. And turn that on. Oh, crap. I might have very much picked the wrong place to do this. Quite sure I did. Well, at least we'll be getting back. And spinny, 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 spin, spin. Hey! That was the wrong way to do it. But that flings that thing off, which will spin on its way down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to adjust these so that these go off at a higher altitude. And then this will also go off at a higher altitude. Mostly because I want to be sure that we don't accidentally kill ourselves on a mountaintop. Because that would very much be my luck. Well, now we can just accelerate this. Like so. There we go. Accidentally landing over land. There's a river down there. Ooh. A river that didn't load in correctly. Or it's still using very low res textures. So there are several things that can now go very wrong. We can land and hit a mountain. Entirely possible. We can land and hit a mountain. We can land and hit the side of a mountain and slide down it and explode. There's any number of things that I could have just fucked up with. We're losing signal. Oh well. Plasma blackout. This stage is to be expected. coming in faster than last time. We're using up a little bit more ablator as a result. Still not too bad. Not too bad, not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. And 1,250, 1,200. Coming in, slowing down. We are actually indeed going to land in some mountains. Oh boy, that's not what I wanted to see. Now I got to be careful when I hit the drogue chutes, because I don't want to land on the slope. I kind of want to land in here. Okay. A little bit further. I'm kind of concerned about landing on that slope right there. Forget might be. Looks like we are. I don't know what that was. Oh, what? I think I found something. Oh, wouldn't that figure? It looks like I kind of accidentally just found an anomaly. So gonna go to it. Deployed all the parachutes. We're now at max speed. Fully deployed the parachutes. I guess the other stuff landed and made it. Well, didn't really make it. It blew up in the end, but it looks like the booster stage that we kicked off actually made it to the ground. It didn't explode in the atmosphere, which is something I would have expected, and I do believe I have found something. Two things? No. They're probably just trees. Not where I would have expected them, but they're probably just trees. Yeah, that's a tree. Wee. Yep, it's a tree. We have found an anomaly, guy. It's an anomalous tree. In the mountains. Nothing special. Darn. Darn, 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 diddly darn. Boom. Okay. Are we going to slide down this slope? We're landing kind of where I didn't want. No, don't blow up, don't blow up, don't blow up. And we're down. Okay, and we're steady. Let go. You're on the ground. Give me a crew report. It's going to take you a really quite long time to do it. And there we go. Crew report done. Whee! Whee! Ooh, don't do that. I was expecting a... Oh, I see. That's a communications hop distance. So not what I really thought it was. Ha! And they get the parachute, too. I'll climb on. Board. And let's get recovered. So what kind of new missions will that give me? What kind of new science can we do? From Kerbal orbit, 6 science, temperature scan, temperature scans, temperature scans, not much. 114,983 funds. Advanced to level 1 for the pilot. Total reputation 34. Good. And flight, and flight, and flight, and flight, and suborbital trajectory. That's a lot of money. So, like, what do you want for that? Okay. I can't do either one of these two things yet. We don't have remotely near the tech and stuff that we need. We do have 17 science, which means I can get stability. Which does give us the option of getting these radial decouplers now. That's good. Nope, we're one short. One short. Small supply container, which is cool, but it doesn't do me any good. Flight controls, which requires how much? 45, and this stuff requires also 45. Does this have solar panels? No, but it does have fuel cells. Really like the only thing we've got. So we can do an unmanned probe body, but it's not going to be as useful or as good as we perhaps hope. Thankfully this thing is a power source. We have all the general rocketry stuff, rocket construction, advanced rocketry. None of this matters right now. So the thing that we are stuck with is this stuff. We want 90,000 to 100,000 meters. You want to be tested in flight. You're a lot of money. You want to be tested in flight. What altitude? 22,000 feet. I can wait for most of these just to expire. Oh, you're easy. Test radial mount parachute in flight over Kerbal. Oh, maybe not. That's a really slow speed. That just hauls it. That is like really the only thing. Holy cow, they want a huge altitude. Look at that speed range. Okay. 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 Not really worth it though. You. Because you're actually rather easy. Activate the part through staging sequence. And it's also a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money. So coupling, that gives me this thing. Plop you there. I think I take this off, that off. And heck, I might be able to just do it without all of this. Yeah, that should actually do it. That should get me precisely where I need to be. You'll have to go back up to at least 75. There we go. There we go. Let's get a different science module on. Geiger counter. That seems good. Okay. Launch. This is just going to be a very simple hop. I should fix that elsewhere, but hey, oh well. Off we go. Ooh. Hope if I had SAS on. We've tipped the wrong way. Oh well, we'll just end up somewhere over there. Oh my god, we're tipping further. We're tipping further. This is kind of scary. This is exceedingly scary. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Probably just end up running with it. What? Oh, balls. That didn't work. That went very much wrong. It's set off the wrong staging. Did it? No, we just literally can't get off of it. Yeah, it set off the wrong staging. Oh well, so we get rid of that. And, they'll be unintentionally testing landing. And I can't see the ground, so this is terrible. Let's just deploy these. Use the engine to slow down. Those other parts have, parachutes have deployed. Which is precisely what I wanted. Because I'm going to recover as much of this craft as we can, now that I've messed up the staging. Okay, so one parachute went. Which is unfortunate, but not like a huge surprise. So now we're just going to work on landing the ship like this. Okay. If I manage to land this with one parachute gone, this will be a hell of a landing. Okay, where's the ground? Here it comes. Wish I could really see it better. Beautiful view of the Mun. I can use the... I don't know if I want to use... Let's save the fuel. This is a really, truly stupid way of doing this. Don't think it will go badly if it doesn't work, but it is really, truly a stupid way of doing this. Don't blow up. Okay. Oh, that was dumb. That was dumb. I'll get a Geiger counter reading. Oh, insufficient storage, of course. That was not supposed to be the first stupid stage that went off. I figured it had worked. I was wrong. We got 0.7 science for that. Well, as far as I'm concerned, it was successful in a way that we did a semi-powered landing. Okay. You are supposed to be up here. Notably, right there. Note, perform the test, activate the part through the staging sequence when all test conditions are met. Okay. Now that it's set up correctly, we should be able to do this. Launch. And then after this mission, I'm probably going to be done for the night. Okay. You're now set up there like you're supposed to be. Go straight up, please. I'd like you to work this time. There we go. We're not going off in some random ass direction this time. That is always a plus. It's this thing that was throwing it off a little bit. So let's turn all the way around. Get that extra unbalanced weight over there. Even at 50%, we're breaking various sound barriers. Go away. Okay, so that is still there. What is the altitude we're going to be reaching? Not high enough. We can go through that area that we need. That is fine. Okay. And the contract requires what? 90? Alrighty. That another stage, put that there. We'll be at 95, which is good. Let's start the Geiger counter. I put the Geiger counter right over the crew hatch, didn't I? Maybe? Okay, 95. Regardless of whatever happens, we should still be fine. Should. Please be fine. Please be fine. Please be fine. Because that's a lot of money. 84, 85. A little bit faster, please. There we go. 91, 92, 93. We're doing it. Good. Done. Score. Job done. Ooh. Screw it. Let's use this. Let's do kind of like a controlled descent. Let's see if we can avoid having the re-entry. Yeah, we're not suffering re-entry burn. That's good. I can't see crap right now. Yep, that is successfully deployed. We'll deploy the other chute. Uh-oh. And that's burned out. Fuck it, ditch that stage. We got too much speed. Only one chute. And screw it, let's just... Oh, there go those things down there. We can speed up now. We end up closer to home than I was expecting. Yep, we're in the plains. Okay. This'll do. I don't like night landings. I can't see where the ground is. It's just a big, dark void of slightly green ground, but generally not very green ground. And... touchdown? Without blowing up. Very good. Very, 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 very good. We have 23 science. What other new contracts does that give me now? Oh, an escape trajectory out of Kerbal. How about no? No. That's a shocking amount of money. That is a really shocking amount of money. That is also a rather shocking amount of money. They're just throwing money at me. Accept that, and accept that. You're too much effort, but I'm going to let you time out. You're also too much effort. I want daylight. Come on, daylight. There we go. Okay. And this is going to be really easy, because all we're going to do is I can do this with just that stage. Test the Mark 16 parachute. Mark 16 parachutes installed. Test the Mark II. That's a Mark 12. Yeah, so much for me being done. Utility. Take that off. Put that there, put that there, drop that. Put that there, and then we put that there in case we need it, but with this many bloody parachutes, we shouldn't need it. So this both overlap. And with this engine, we should have enough to do it. We'll need to go to 4,000. Launch. First we're making the spacecraft bigger so we get to space. Now we're making it smaller. It's like, what the hell? Normally I'd actually use a plane to do some of these tests, but I don't have the tech in the game for that yet, so here we go. Open this up. We're going to aim for about 100. There we go. We can probably just keep this steady. We're at 2,000 for the Mark 16. 4,000 for the other one. We're at 4,000. Whee! That is a lot of parachutes, and that was a lot of easy money. I'm going to land right back on the VAB. That would be hilarious. Use the engine, keep us a bit slower. This will allow me to recover most of the cost of putting the spacecraft into the air, too. So this will be nice. And look at that. I think I have all the parachutes. All of them. I wonder if I get science for going over there. Now the downside of the way the science works on this mod is that you don't get the flavor text. I wonder if I can safely take that off. Probably not. Granted, I can go into the system and just look at all the flavor text. Okay. Recover the vessel. And we should have most of our crap back. science data there. Got 5,000 funds back. No XP, reputation's out, 49. Our new jobs are... That's not happening. Ooh, that's a lot of money too. Holy frick. That is for something completely different. You're easy. You're easy. But what I need now, really... Oh my god, it's going to cost $1 million to upgrade that. What does this thing require? Probably science level 2. Oh. You're not what requires science level 2. The observatory. Tracking station must be level 2 or 3. Launch pad is upgraded. Runway. Research and development. What do we got? We need 45 for flight control, which would be nothing I really need, because what I need for aviation is that. And I'm not really ready to go for that. But what I really do need is this. Does this give me more hard drives? It gives me fuel cells, a recycler, an altimetry sensor, state Putnik, and a high gain antenna. But what I don't get is things I need. How am I going to get science? I have this. Is this a battery? No, it's a supply container. Small pressure tank. A barometer. Problem also becomes we don't have hard drives. We don't have power. We don't have hard drives. We can't do this without the science. 3, 1, 1, 5. That's an escape trajectory. Oh, this is easy. We're going to be getting all this crap one thing at a time. TD-18 decoupler landed at Kerbal. Really? 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 Do we have anything else landed? Nope. But it's landed. So we'll do it. Because it's easy. So fuck it. And I'm going home. Take that off. Take this off. Take that off. Take this off. Take that. Whoops. Take that off. We'll leave that there in the hopes that we can get some stupid science. And you want me to test the what? Coupling. You. And you'll probably launch into the air. Which, come to think of it, isn't the most brilliant outcome, with it sitting on top of us. Okay. Don't blow up, don't blow up, don't blow up. Acceptable outcome. And insufficient storage as it finished. Recover, and that gave us a pittance of science. .6. We're at 29 science. Okay. Mission control. What new thing did that do? Into flight. You know what? I'm just going to decline that one. That's easy. That's not easy, but valuable. Do I care? Eh. So that's easy. Suborbital trajectory. I don't have the stuff to do this. Put a Kerbal into orbit for 30 days. I would love to. But with the life support mod that we have, that won't work. Because I've done it, and it didn't work. I'm keeping it in the list, because there's no... Other than the MUN one, there's no time limit on accepting that. How much do you cost? You're 150,000 upgrade. Admin building, 300,000 upgrade. Can I upgrade the flagpole? Oh, I can't. It just allows me to change my flags. You're 450,000 to upgrade. In flight. Not a huge amount of money. Oh god, that's money. But I can't do it. Into flight above Kerbal. That's easy. Oh well. Oh, let's look at the science. What does this get me? Does it get me more hard drive? If it doesn't, there's actually no point to it. Oh, that does get me the hard drive upgrade. So I really do need this one. File capacity none. It just contains sample. This one has hard drives. So this one will do that, and this one has samples. And this will provide fuel cells. Oh well, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we are going to see you next time. Have a good night.